Hi everyone. Hi guys, we should be on live from the trading room, so hi. Wish you a nice week. Hope you had a nice holidays for some of you guys that celebrate Thanksgiving. So it was a long weekend actually. Thursday was a low liquidity day. Even some of the market were opened. There was not a lot of movement. Also on Friday, generally when we have an holiday on Thursday, traders in US take their long weekend. So also Friday, the market closed even earlier. So hope you had actually a nice holidays. For some of you guys that used this weekend to rest and to think about something different than trading. And here, happy to be with you on this week. Gonna see it will be a long week. I think there are some important news after also the holiday, so we will check it out just after we launch the session. So hi everyone, let me know on the chat if the sound is good, if you see me properly, and then we're gonna move into MT5, check what's happened last week. I know in my opinion that there was an interesting movement, but I will keep it and then I will explain. I'm also in position. I'm only continuing the position I think and I had last week. I will explain this in a few minutes. Just before, I want to wait that other people joined, and then I will make also a small update regarding some of the conditions that we improve in the 5ers, and also a new program that is coming out on Wednesday. So guys, I hope you will be happy with that. I'm going to make a short update, and then we're going to move into MT5 to show the market. I show the market is moving a bit. I have a position in the pound yen. I'm going to check it with you guys just after. Yes, we can hear and see you. Perfect. Okay, thank you for the feedback. Hope you enjoy at least your holidays. I know that in my case, I was trading some of the holiday session long time ago because it's worked well with my mindset and my strategy in the market. But again, always better to take a day off if you're every day in front of the screen. It's always good for the mind to go away and come back. Maybe dollar index up this week. We're gonna talk about that. That's a good point. Hi Curtis. Hi Latam. Hi everyone. Okay, just maybe we're gonna show the dollar index before I make the small update and small announcement. Regarding our programs, but also our conditions. For some people that actually follow us on our social media and on our Facebook group page, you probably know what I will talk about. But again, for people that are curious to know, you can wait, and I'm going to tell you more about those updates just after. Okay, so let's move into the dollar index. Let me show you. Okay. Okay, so this is the dollar index. I know that we had this setup last week. Okay, we wanted to go with the dollar index on the downside. The uptrend, like the long uptrend zone, was broken, and then that's why actually I wanted to find a sell spot. I will just make this again. This was the long uptrend from beginning of 2022, making, you see, higher low, higher high. The market pushed, and here You see, this is for me a crucial point where it was during the CPI news. We break this trend line, we break actually the momentum on the upside, and then from here you say, okay, this here indicates me that the momentum is finished, and there will be probably more people that would like to sell the dollar. I believe that, you see, in 1 year the market has overextended. This is something we wanted to see at some point. So you see in the monthly chart, you will see, guys, that you see from beginning of even April 2021, it start pushing from this point. The market have made, I don't know, but a lot, probably around 20% up in the dollar from beginning of 2021. This is a huge movement, and you see at least there are no retracement. Okay, this is something I'm keep explaining for a long period of time, but from here to here, we had at least no retracement at all. So I expected at some point the market to go back to the average, and this is actually what's happened. The CPI was better than expected. There is no recession. The market, let's say, the overall economy is going to be better. That's also a lot of expectation. This doesn't mean that the economy is better, but it's only an expectation in the future, and you know that generally, and let's say always, the market priced what we see in the future. So here, this is something I was waiting for a long period of time, and then let's just make sure I will go to the maybe daily. Okay, so the market dropped from here. This is the CPI. This is the day after when the market continued to push, and here at some point, this is the same setup. The market, you see, dropped down. You see, very fast in one direction without making any retracement. So here at some point I see that the market start to push to say, okay, here some people would like to take some profit, so I would have to wait, and my entry point was actually here. Okay, so you see this was a key zone. Some people would tell that it is a pivot point. So here it was a big key zone, support for 2 times. There is a demand here. We break this big important zone. We make a retracement in here, and here actually this is a golden zone for me. I start selling the position. So if you remember, guys, I was buying the euro dollar, I was buying the pound dollar in with a 5ers account, and that make very good job. I didn't hold until here. Because my entry was very accurate and my stop loss was tight. Okay, I didn't put my stop loss 200 pips above. It was a bit lower. And actually the markets made this important move. Okay, so it was here. The market stopped, starting to push, and then we go back here. So actually today the market is... we see that there is still huge pressure in the downside. Here we have the lowest point of last week, or maybe 2 weeks ago. Okay, and I think we will be able to see that also in the pound or in the euro. So actually in the dollar index, again, I would prefer to wait. I don't like to buy and sell the extreme point. We can expect also that week, you know, the market to have some consolidation zone, making something like that. So here, for me, this is not enough to make a buy in the H4 chart. Maybe we can go to 30 minutes to understand what's happening, but you see only one touch here. Maybe the market will make another touch. Maybe it will break. I would prefer to wait in my case, because here on the H4, you see this is not an enough. This is not like a demand zone here for making a buy. You see, this is only a dip that the market retrace. Also here it's a dip that the market started to retrace. This is not enough. You see, when the difference between this type of zone, I will explain. Let me go to the H4 chart. Okay, so you see here already multiple points. First point, second point, make a dip. Here again, we go straight to that point, create a demand. And here also, you see that some people already took some profit here, even it was erased and deleted very fast. Okay, so you see like a pin bar here. Some people already react, and some people also got trapped here. You see some people make the buy, probably and then get trapped on that one. So here it was a breakout. So we'll see what's happening. Again, I'm not sure if this week the dollar index can go up. This can be very easy for the market, but again, I'm still expecting in the weekly chart and in the monthly chart at least to go back. You see, maybe to the 102, 103 levels. This might be the target for someone that would like to hold a swing trade. So this is my mindset actually in the dollar index. Okay, so this is for the beginning of the analysis for that week. We will see if there are some opportunities in the pound and in the euro. Maybe it will be like more clear for me to make something, to take an opportunity. Just to show you guys, I have actually a trade in the pound yen that I will also explain just after, but this is only the management of my position that I already closed, maybe 80% of the trade. This was last week. I also showed this with Jordan on the ASEAN session. We had the same mindset with him, so I was looking for making a sell, especially on that zone. So I keep selling here the market multiple time because, and also one of my main indication was, you see this uptrend line that actually was very low momentum. It was very slow for the market to push up. So I say, okay, here the market is on an uptrend, but at some point it will lose momentum. And actually earlier today we had this breakout. So this is a rally, let's say, very slow rally. We have a base, and actually the market drop and you know, break this base. I reinforce my position. This is more like a day trade like I made. I just reinforce my position. You see, I have this setup here. Pivot point, support, whatever you can call it, but here for me it's a key zone. It's like the same, you see, it's like the same scenario that we have in the dollar index. The market make a huge drop. Again here some people make a buy, push the price up, and again here this can start the retest. You see also here on the M5 we already have a top here. Some people would like to enter the market at this point. So you see my stop loss is not so far. We'll even move it even closer to increase my risk reward on that case. But you see I'm still holding like 20% of my last position. This was at the top. I exit here like 80% of my position. You can see on the trade history, but you see I start entering here the market. Here I reinforce here, and I closed most of the position today. This was for me the way where I could exit, and then again we will see what the market will give us today. I think here this might be a very important key zone for the day in the pound yen. Again, I'm expecting, in my opinion, like for example the dollar yen. The dollar yen is not here, but I would like to show you. So you see today the dollar yen already made a lower low. Okay, this was very erased quickly. Yeah, there is a point here that can attract some buyers also. See, this can be like an interesting buy. But again, I feel like the dollar yen is very weak again. You see the market actually is not making any higher high after the Bank of Japan intervened. You see it's only going down and going down. You see we had actually this flag, then we break, then here we make a high. We didn't break, like you see there is no uptrend in any of the time frame, most likely. And yeah, it's like the same setup again of the dollar index. Made a huge push, overextended movement, the market react very fast. So yeah, I'm still comfortable with the position I have in the pound yen. We will see what actually is happening. Okay, I see that we are a little bit more people right now, so I will make you see a small update for traders that are trading with us, but also for people that are new and would like to join our fund. I know that we have a lot of traders participating in the bootcamp program. It brings a lot of traders because the price is very attractive and the reward also is very attractive. So we decided to change a little bit, not change, but we will keep what is good in the bootcamp in the bootcamp, and we will add new features, maybe offering better conditions for traders that pass actually the program. I don't want to tell more, but the bootcamp is going to change, so be there on Wednesday. I hope, guys, that you will like it, and I'm sure that this is something you will like, because there is only good point from that changes for you guys. We did this change for traders, so yeah, be ready for Wednesday. We will have a similar bootcamp program that we have. I don't want to tell more. I want to keep the surprise until Wednesday, so be ready on Wednesday. That's what I have to say. The second thing is, I don't know if you check, but on MT5 I have a spread that start from 0, so this is quite impressive. We succeed to reduce the spreads. Generally it starts with 1, so 0.1 pips, and actually it's 0, so it depends the volatility, depends what time, but actually when there is a lot of volume and liquidity, you can have 0 spread, for example, in the euro dollar, in the New Zealand dollar, Aussie dollar, euro yen, for example, pound dollar as well, pound yen, sometimes you have 0. Okay, so it depends what the liquidity and what the price, but you see the spreads here are very impressive. I'm quite sure that we have actually the best spreads in the industry, even sometimes better than in the brokerage. So guys, this is quite nice. So this is the two let's say the two notification and the two updates that I would like to share with you guys. And yeah, I hope you appreciate. We all the time would like to innovate and provide you the best condition to trade. That's it. Okay, we go back to the market right now. Pound yen. Pound yen is giving here some pressure on the downside. This needs to be break. I want to see this to break below. That's actually starting to make the move. Yeah, okay. This is my first time here. Do you live trade? Yeah, this is live trading actually. I'm trading with my account from the 5ers. I have a different account than we are offering to our traders, but yeah, this is live account. I'm trading live. This is actually the live market. Actually, this position I opened it a bit before. I don't know why we can't see actually the time. Yeah, okay, so we see this. So actually we can see the time we are opening it. Okay, so this was the 23rd of November. So it was last week. That's why I explained that this was the swing trade that I opened last week and that I hold until today. Okay, so until this movement here, then I close most of my position, but I keep at least a small percentage of my positions. And today you see around 3 p.m. my time, I reinforce my position. I see that the market had, you see, a huge dip. Some people bought the dip, but again, here this was from your key zone with a nice volatility movement on the upside. We touched the Bollinger Bands here, so again, I'm expecting the market to go back at least to that place, which will explain that the market will go back to the average. I could actually close some of the position here. I have quite big exposure. I can close actually 25%. But here, you know, I'm feeling quite in the good direction actually. When we had, you see, this movement, you see pin bar on the top. Again, the market, you see, react very well to this movement. And again, this coordinate with the price action that we had before. So actually, I have nothing to close. I'm on the direction. The market goes my way. What I can do is probably move my stop loss to break even, because actually the market has made the move. You see, it's actually break the structure that I wanted. Okay, so this was for me the structure that I checked for. You see the market here on the M5. So on the M5, this was, let's say, the high point. We react one time, we react the second time, and here we break out. So actually, I can remove my stop loss to break even. That's what I will do. Regarding this stop loss, I will do the same. Around here. Oops. Again, here we can have like an interesting point. I would like to close, let's say 25% of my position here. That's what I'm doing using market execution. We have also a point here on the M1. This can give like a short bounce, but we are in the momentum. For the people that is the first time, like Curtis, if you have any questions, you see on my analysis, on my trading, on any pairs that you would like to talk about, you see we can talk about gold, we can talk about euro dollar. I think that's what I will do. I'm only talking about my positions, but generally on Monday we do like a forecast regarding the market. We already explained what I expect on the dollar index, and what my analysis actually is maybe only to wait before making any positions. Yeah, but let's move into the euro dollar meanwhile, with this fabulous zero spreads, which is quite nice to have. Yeah, this is quite good also in the dollar index. That's also something we played with last week, not last week, maybe two weeks ago. You see, when we had this short movement here, you see it was around 100 pips. We are here in a key zone, and that's actually why the market today is giving, you see, type of retracement here on the euro dollar. This was actually a key zone on June 2022. So key zone June 2022, bounce, break. Here we make a retest. This can be also, you see, that point. I think this point is even better. But you know, I don't like to make a line, because generally you see the market can go above, can go below. But for me, this is like a zone better. Okay, so the zone is like on the daily chart, I don't know, around 50-60 pips. So I have a range for me that the market can change and can, you know, move between 50 and 60 pips before having the next big move. Like we had here, you see the market already goes a little bit between. Here we go even above that. But this is from your key zone. Again, yeah, the market is going down from here, which is interesting. On H4, we succeed like a few pips to break above, but it's not enough. For me, this is like a base. Maybe not a base, but a top base that we're starting to create. Yeah, and then the market can go back to the average. Okay, for people that know how I think, I have the 20 standard deviation here, also here at the top. The market can at least go back to the average, which is the blue line. So yeah, also interesting move in the euro dollar. Definitely not making a buy. right now, maybe not this week. I would prefer to go for a sell in the euro dollar, especially here. So I think this is coordinating with what we see in the dollar index. See, this is actually coordinating with the lowest point here. This cannot show me any buy setup in the dollar index, but at least in the euro we have something. Ah, okay. Maybe we have all this area. Didn't find it before. Okay. Yeah, so this can be interesting. Actually, this is quite, again, the same setup for the euro. That's why actually I open my eyes and see that this pin bar is because of the reaction of this demand point. Okay, so definitely not making a sell on the dollar index, so not making a buy in that case. Okay, the market already made a huge push from September. It was a push of around 8% in the euro dollar, in the euro USD. Yeah, maybe looking for selling opportunities actually. In the pound, yeah, this is quite difficult to do something with the pound right now. Much more volatile. Okay, so we'll keep with the euro. Hi Enrique, what about the dollar CAD? Let's check that. It depends which time frame you are looking for, but on the daily, let's say if we take the weekly chart, okay, we have actually this uptrend that create, and then you see the market break very strongly above that trend line. So let's say that this was the average, let's say the forecast that we have for a few weeks and even few years, maybe 1 or 2 years in front of us. The market react here, which is again also the average. You see, I'm using Bollinger Bands to know what's the volatility at each moment of time and to know where is the average. So here we were at huge volatility movement, 20 standard deviation, 20%. Here the market goes back to the average, and then the market, you see, make a small bounce. If I go to lower time frame, let's say, for example, in the daily chart, we have to be careful of this zone. Okay, we are not yet at this zone, but you see, we should be careful, I think, at this zone. I see on the H4 we can also see it even better. Pivot point, support line, again touch the support 1 time, 2 time. Here we're starting the workout here, and then we make multiple retest. Okay, so here for me it's a key zone, so we should be careful. Actually, you know, it's quite very difficult to take any decision if the market will go on the up or downside. But in any case, if the market push to that zone, you know, try to find any signals to find, say, a sell position. That's what I would like to find. You see, maybe not expecting the price to crash down, but at least to have a short reaction. You see, maybe 100 pips when the market touches this zone and then goes back. In the H1, yeah, we have probably this supply here. Actually, the market already react. Again, I prefer to have the biggest picture, and here is my key point for the dollar CAD, at least for this week, if the market succeed to push until that zone. Janta, hi, I'm from Pakistan, so can I join 5ers Instant Funding program? Yeah, definitely you can join us. We are accepting Pakistan traders, and we have a lot actually traders from Pakistan, so you are more than welcome to join our fund. Yeah, here the market goes my way. You see here on M1, for people that scalp, this was probably a point where you could take some pips from this zone, but here the market is strong on one side. I closed 25% on that point. I would probably take another 25% when the market reach which this zone. Maybe I could take should be quite patient. Atomic Investment. Hi. I see you from the beginning. This was for the euro, dollar, yen. We talked a bit about that also. Maybe we can discuss about indices. So let's look what's going on in the S&P. Actually, yeah, the market opened with a gap down today. Not a big gap, but again, when the market opened with a gap, this is something I like to I like to use for the day if I want to take any positions. So here it's the M15. The market just opened right now, so this is nice. The market opened like 1 minute ago, and here we would say that here this is the gap. Okay, you see the market close here and opens here, so this is the gap. If the market succeeds to push here and go to the gap with the high volatility, I would try to find a sell spot actually here. So let's see if the market succeeds to close the gap. At least I would have like a stop loss which is quite close. Again, it looks like the market want to push. You see this down movement. Of course, this was on Friday, I think. When it was the 24th, Thursday and Friday. 24. Okay, so all of this, you see from here, I will show you guys, from here to here. This was like the Thanksgiving period and the Black Friday and the long weekend we had. You see there is at least no volatility. No volatility. You see the movement are very, this is very quiet movement. In opposite to, I don't know, this type of movement, you see. The difference in terms of movement. The fact is that I don't know if you can take this as a reference for the top. Even the market didn't succeed to make a new high. Yeah, you see this top, especially here. But the market can make a retest definitely to the top. We will see how far we succeed to go here. Again, if the market succeeds to go and would like to close the gap, I would try to find a sell at least at the gap. Let's check it out. Do you recommend the trade copilot software to use with the 5ers? I'm not using one myself, but I know that some traders use trader social tools or trader social. I don't know. I think it's better to ask traders that trade with us and already have some experience by using a trade compiler. So ask them maybe on the Facebook page, our group page, or maybe you can ask the support. I think they would have some reference for you. But myself, I'm not using any compiler, so I cannot be a good help for this question. I think it's Social Trader Tools, if I remember the name. Here is the FTSE that is constantly making a new high on H4 and also daily chart. I would like to look at the euro dollar also. Meanwhile, the euro USD. Meanwhile, the S&P is moving. Just would like to highlight the gap that we have. That probably I will have to take any reaction. Of course, I will have to be careful to check what the price action in lower time frame. Actually, you see on M1 and M5 there is at least no retracement, which is a very strong movement. So I have to be careful when I open. Here we have already the first selling point, which is the top of the session. You see already some sellers coming in. I can probably reduce my exposure here to make a first sell. I think this would be interesting to find how the market can react from here. I think if we can see the trade level, I think I sell exactly here. Okay, so here is the first point. We'll see if we can have some retracement from that point, and if the market continue to push, I will open here on the gap. You see we have a gap here of few points. Yeah, 10 points, something like that from here. Let's check it out, guys. Again, a reminder, this is very important, but all the trades and the analysis I'm doing is only for an educational purposes. So guys, you know, take your responsibility of trading. In trading, you should have your risk management. You should know what you're doing, because it's a question of money, and this can be dangerous at some point. So this is only from an educational purposes. I'm not advise you for any trading investment. This is always important to remember. What is interesting is like in the euro dollar, you see there is at least no coordination with the S&P. Generally, what we tend to see is when the indices, the US indices, like the S&P, the Nasdaq, or the Dow Jones even, are pushing. Okay, we will see the dollar index getting down. Okay, so this is the direct correlation between risk on and risk off environment. So here there is like a divergence. You see the euro dollar is not making any push movement from the opening. You see that this is like a downtrend in the M1, and here on the S&P on the M1 is like exploding. So this is quite a divergence in my opinion. Of course this is a short-term divergence, but for me this is too wide. You see, generally when again I would like to repeat myself, but when the S&P is moving up, we have the dollar index going down, so we can see some movement down in the euro dollar. Here it's the quite opposite. The euro dollar is going down and the S&P is going up. Okay, so there is like a huge divergence. So that's why also this is one, you see, one good, let's say, factor that I'm actually selling the S&P just after the opening. And this movement, of course, we have different point. We have this top, which is the top of the pre-market. We are very extended of the average, which is around here. You see the market major yield gap. The average is around here. This is the standard deviation. We are far away on the M5. Here we also touch the top of the standard deviation. You see. So there are multiple signals that told me, okay, here might be a good spot. I'm not like going blind and selling the S&P. There are also different confirmation. And again, I'm taking a very relevant lot size because this is a quite strong movement. The market can continue. We already see that in the previous days. Selling the S&P here, you might be careful. And again, I was waiting at the beginning. I was waiting for the gap, which is here. So I still have some bullet in my gun, let's say, in my gun. Can you explain a little bit about spread in the 5ers? Yeah, and I'm very happy to show this today, guys, but it's actually happening today. This is new for us. The spread start from zero. You see, we have actually zero spread in the Aussie dollar, in the euro dollar, in the euro yen at some time. So it starts from zero, and of course it depends on the asset you are trading with and the volatility and the liquidity. So it's according to different factors, but actually this starts from zero. You got the same condition that we had before. You see, our platform is known as, you know, very good execution and very low latency and so on, but you actually got here a better spread, which is starting from zero. And yeah, I can say that we have actually the better spreads in all the prop firm industry. So this is also one of the good conditions that we are providing. Yeah, so here we see clearly that the market start to react to that point. I'm asking myself if I should take some profit at some point from here. I'll also put my stop loss around that high here. I also would like to reinforce my position here. I would probably put the full exposure on that zone. Actually, the market is going my way, so I cannot reinforce anything. I have a good entry also, so yeah. Well, what a retracement you see in the 15 minutes. Actually, all the push is going to be deleted. Okay, going to be erased. On the 15-minute chart, the candle close in 2 minutes, so we will see where it's going to close. But at least half of the push in the 15 minutes is actually closed. In the pound yen, I think we are not moving so much. Yeah, quite happy to take some profits here. I already explained I take 25% of my day trades here on the pound yen, which is coordinate with this zone. Maybe I could close even more than that. Actually, I see that the market is pushing. That's what I will do actually. So I'm closing 50% here. I see that there are some reaction. And yeah, I think my last 50% I will hold this for yeah, we'll have to check what's happening when the market goes here, but let's wait. Yeah, the candle just closed. We had some here we like to manage this, you know, depends. Actually, I would like to prefer to see like a push into that zone where actually a lot of sellers will be happy to take a sell at 4,020. You know, you see this area here. But we're gonna monitor this and check what's happening in the next hours. And yeah, guys, we'll see. Yeah, quite an interesting pivot point here in the pound yen. Okay. Guys, thank you very much. Thank you very much for being with me until the end. For people that join in the middle, and again, I would like to notify you for two big announcements. The first one, and you already see this in the into MT5, but we are actually offering spreads that start from 0, which is quite impressive. The execution is the same. There is no delay. You see, it's the same environment that you actually used to trade with, but only with better spread. So, you know, be happy. I think it's we are the first one to provide 0 spreads in this industry. I hope this condition actually you like it. And the second information is that on Wednesday we are going to publish new updates and new bootcamp program. Let's say it's something we are going to make new changes in the bootcamp, better changes for you. You're going to see on Wednesday. I don't want to say more about that, but guys, be ready on Wednesday. We are happy to innovate all the time and to provide new programs and improving our programs also. This is quite important here at the 5ers to all the time innovate and change and provide better condition. So guys, I wish you a nice week. I will be here tomorrow also for making the trading room. So I will see what's going to happen with my positions. Probably going to manage them. And again, I wish you a nice week. Have a nice day and see you tomorrow, guys. Goodbye.